Well, here we are. We are one step away from martial law. This is pretty unprecedented, isn't it? This is pretty unusual. This is a pretty weird time to be alive, isn't it? I mean, what can anyone say at this point? It looks like in the UK, Boris Johnson and his government have finally bitten the bullet and done the things which they needed to do. But it's pretty weird, isn't it? Because what they're doing is very slowly choking the reins of society, and they're doing it bit by bit. They're kind of closing those valves slowly. And I think, hello everyone that's saying hello on this live stream. I think they're doing it slowly so that people don't lose their minds and start rioting and panic buying and going nuts even more than they currently are. Yeah, so everyone's in quarantine, everyone's in isolation, everyone's... These are the craziest times. So yeah, it's quite funny in a weird way, because I've been like screaming from the rooftops for the last week and a half that this was a serious thing, and now finally everyone is now acting on it, and now the curve will be flattening, which is good. But fuck me, does it feel weird to know that, like, fucking, see this, right? It's my house, right? It's lovely. I do like it, but I'm going to be trapped in here, as are we all, but I'm going to be trapped in here with my kids, and I love my kids, but fucking hell. Because it's going to be, yeah, man, drop some tunage. Yeah, I'm going to. In fact, on Friday, there's the sheer volume release of the week coming out. It's a good one. I hope you like it. I'm going to try and keep up the pace of this sheer volume project as much as I can. I think this week I'm basically going to be homeschooling my kids and trying to get to grips with that. I'm going to be homeschooling my kids with my wife, as are we all, for the foreseeable future. So how much I'll be able to get done, I don't fucking know, man. But my intention is to keep this thing going, because between me and my wife, we're going to split the work. GABA to get us through isolation. Is GABA what we need? I don't think GABA's ever what we need. GABA's never the solution. That is the truest thing anyone has ever said about GABA. Although that said, maybe now is the only time GABA has really been the only appropriate form of music. No, I don't know about that. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, trust me, there's going to be more music on its way. I'm trying to build up a backlog, but given the events of the last couple of weeks, it's been hard to keep the backlog of music going. I'm going to keep doing these live streams like clockwork. I might even do one tomorrow. In fact, fuck it, I'll do one tomorrow. How are you guys all doing? Is beatboxing on the syllabus? Yeah, well, my 5-year-old is beatboxing. How about yours? Shall I do like beatbox videos for kids? I feel like that is already a thing. It is already a thing. You're bored. What, of the stream or of the fucking situation? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you're bored of them both. I'm just talking some shit. Shall I do some beatbox? How about that? Hey, what about that? Yeah. I'm bored at home. Ha 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 ha. What the fuck is happening? I'm moving this weekend to another state. Hopefully the borders are still open by then. They fucking might not be. Hey, is it true that Trump just like seized military powers, like wartime powers? Is that what just happened? Yeah, Shlomo does do beatboxing for kids. Shlomo's dope. Hello, Shlomo. Yeah, finally, all my time is studio time. Yeah, no shit. What about this? My kids had a taster from Shlomo. Needs more beatboxing lessons from you. You had a taster from Shlomo. What is Shlomo doing to those poor children? Shlomo told me to check you out. So yeah, he is dope. Yeah, Shlomo is dope. Any other info on the RC505 Mark II? Nope, none. I have no info. And to be honest, if Boss were planning on making an RC505 Mark II, they're fucking not now, are they? At least not in the foreseeable future, because the world is collapsing around our ears. I turn on the radio, I can't hear it. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, hey, hey. Trump is forcing production of medical equipment through a law that... Well, that's good, isn't it? Like, if you're going to use military powers and it's for saving people's lives, that's fucking dope. Let me just do a little straw poll. There probably is a way to do a poll on this. Is there? Let me see. No, there isn't. Fuck it. Anyway. Make some noise in the comments if you think that by the time this virus has fucking killed all the people it's going to kill and society has been changed, that we're going to end up with a more socialist-leaning world. Tell me if that's what you think we're going to end up with. Like, you know, are we going to have universal basic income? Are people going to realize that actually the whole world is one big connected super being and that we all need to be one? Is that what's going to happen? Or, like someone just said there, is it going to be the... sorry, my manager's texting me saying, is this live? Yes, motherfucker, it's live. This is really fucking happening. Is that a problem? Am I in trouble? I don't know. Yeah, so are we going to end up with a more inclusive and kind of socialist kind of world, you know, with universal basic income and stuff? Or are we going to end up with a giant authoritarian nightmare in a more kind of sort of capitalist sense? What the fuck is going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen? Because today there were some rather draconian measures taken by the UK government. I think it's called the COVID-19 bill or something like that. And no, but the world will heal itself. Hyperinflation is going to happen. It fucking might. Yeah, because they're going to increase the money supply massively. But that's why the government in the UK are currently creating debt, because they don't want to increase the money supply. They'd rather increase the debt supply. But we're already too highly geared as an economy. We can only hope either that or it will end up a zombie apocalypse. Well, it's not going to be that. You know, this disease, at most, unless it mutates, which it might, this disease will end up killing, I don't know, 2% of the population, maybe, which is probably a higher estimate than you'll really end up with. But it won't, because people are going to flatten the curve, and then there will be a vaccine, and there will be groundbreaking antivirals, but it's not going to be a zombie apocalypse. It's just, it might be a very different world. But do you think it will be a better world or a worse world? Do you think people will come together and realize that they're all one and that they need to work together to combat climate change? You know, after the Second World War, it already is mutating. So far, the mutations are minor, but, well, yeah, everything does. Even in a socialist... Oh, I can't read the comments. There's so many coming thick and fast. Glorified flu, Hootie Mike. Motherfucker, it is not the flu. Can everyone stop thinking that this is the flu? It is similar to the flu in many ways, but it is fundamentally distinct. People will go back to normal and forget corona. Well, it took 70 years for people to shake off all the good that came out of the Second World War, because there was bad, obviously, from the Second World War. Millions of people died, and it was fucking awful. But then the world kind of came together and said, okay, let's make the UN, let's draw up a Charter of Human Rights, let's, you know, try and help people. So then you've got all these giant banks and lending organizations and humanitarian organizations, but they've started to be distrusted in recent years, and they have arguably been abusing their power and saddling people with debt, saddling nations with debt. The death rate is 2% confirmed in most cases. Yeah, that's true. I feel like I should do this. Just to keep you interested, because I'm going to give more stats now. So, or am I? Fuck it. You've heard enough stats, man. Make some noise in the chat if you've heard enough fucking stats. Someone says, Beardy, have you set up your Patreon yet? Funny you should say that. I was just finishing it off now, and then I changed it again. And I've actually gone live with it, but I haven't given anyone the link. And then I changed it again. And then I spoke to someone from Patreon, and I changed it again. Basically, once I've set up this Patreon, it's going to be very difficult to change the tiers. To change the tiers. That sounds like the title of a song. Would you change my tears if I told you I was in arrears? The government have only given loans, 'cause fiscal policy isn't enough alone. It's gotta be monetary. Motherfucker, these times are scary. Oh no, I want grants, just like the motherfucker did in France. Like Macron, thank you for your super chat, baby. Thank you for the $1.99. I'm gonna spend it on ice cream and wine. Ooh, as long as it lasts in the shops and the stores, I'm gonna toast some chocolate s'mores and eat some sugary based snacks. 'Cause when I die from COVID-19, it'll be whack. Oh motherfucker, what the fuck is going on? This shit is whack as fuck. I'm scared to my bones. I don't wanna die in a military hospital that's makeshift military tents in a car park in the grounds of a hospital on a makeshift ventilator that's been made by the Vauxhall factory at the last minute with hastily cobbled together 3D printed parts. It's cry boxing. Get used to that. There's gonna be a lot of that in 2020. Sadness boxing. Very poor taste. I don't know. Austin Metro fucking Ventilators. Austin Metro and the Ventilators was actually my first band. I formed it in 1966 when I was still in art college. Then a friend of mine punched me in the eye, which left me with this distinguishing, overly dilated iris. And then, of course, I decided to turn myself into a spaceman. But that was just a phase. Corona beatus. Corona beatus, thankfully, can't be passed on to the fetus. It doesn't pass through the wall of the uterus. That is fantastic news. Will you tutor us? Said my children, sitting over there every day for the foreseeable future. Where am I going to get the skills to be a teacher now? All I'm good at is being a nuisance on the internet. Wow, now I have to try and homeschool my children. I think if what I do to you, I do to them, it'll kill them. Holy fuck, I should try and be a good influence now. Thank you, motherfucker there, for your 10 Canadian dollars. That's very useful. Thank you. I'll spend it on drugs. Oh no, I won't, because you can't get drugs because the world's shut down. What the fuck is going on? Honestly, I've panic bought ganja. Says someone in the chat. Who else has panic bought drugs? Did anyone else panic buy drugs? Has anyone else been stocking up on Gunja Dank, Majara Djibouti? Bro, you can get drugs. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I know your mum says something sweet. Technically, oh, there's so much wordings being said in the chat. I panic bought chocolate cake. Great idea. Illinois says, call her for the weed pickup. Oh my God, yeah, in America, you know, weed is completely legal in many states. So I guess, wow, they must have been fucking selling loads in the last few weeks. Yeah, the dealers have stopped selling drugs now. More value in loo rolls. Yeah, no shit. I've literally just stocked up on wine. Yeah, I've been doing that as well. Well, actually, we were just going to the shop next door to our house because it's like a little corner shop. And people have been panic buying. People have been panic buying in the large stores. So we were just like, we'll cheat the system. We'll just keep going to our little corner shop. But now they're out of toilet roll. Everyone's out of fucking toilet roll. What the fuck is going? Cry boxing. Shall I do some more? Oh, thank you for the money. That's fantastic. Wow, someone said something about trip hop. All I saw was $20 and something about trip hop. Okay. Well, seeing as you just stuffed $20 in my virtual panties, I suppose now I need to do some. Just have a shower, no need for bog roll. Bog roll. Bog roll. bog roll. No need for bog roll. Just have a shower. No need for bog roll. Hog roll, don't hog the roll. Just try and bog. Wipe your ass, can you? Wipe your ass when you're asked, can you? Can you go to the toilet and can you get your butt bum wet with the with the shower head. Oh fuck. What we were saying. Yeah, queues down the street in Amsterdam for bog roll. Fucking hell, man. Cabin fever is real. Yeah, well, fucking get used to that shit. B-Day sales have been skyrocketing. Fucking have they, for real. I don't know what's a joke anymore. Is that real? Probably is real. I think you're losing the pot, Daz. Yeah, I have lost the pot. You know, I haven't smoked in fucking years. Probably a good thing now, considering that if I was anywhere near as much of a smoker now as I have been in the past, I'd definitely be in the high-risk group for respiratory failure. You should make a song about the feeling of being in a worldwide virus pandemic. Should I? Is that what I should do? Fucking, you open your phone and it's like, ah! I think I should provide some respite from it by going, bog roll, bog roll. I started that in the wrong key because I can't do the bog roll. That's another thing I had to stop doing, actually. That noise. I ended up with throat nodules from doing that at every fucking show. Like every night I was going around, and then I was drinking whiskey and smoking, and I went to the doctor and I was like, where's my voice? And he was like, because you're a fucking idiot and you keep going and then drinking and smoking whiskey, drinking marijuana and smoking whiskey. And he was like, don't do that anymore, don't do any of those things. And I was like, oh, but those are my favorite things to do. But I stopped going and that was actually part of the reason why I started getting even deeper into technology and software, is because I was like, well, I could only beatbox for so long before I just get throat nodules. In fact, I used to, at that ENT specialist that I went to, he stuck a camera down my, like up my nostril and down the back of my throat, and he gave me a DVD, this dates the story, doesn't it? He gave me a DVD of the, of what the endoscope saw when it went down my nasal passage. And it's weird, like down your throat, you have this kind of series of weird vagina-like openings that go all the way down your gullet. And I used to use the footage from that endoscopy while I was beatboxing in shows. And then I stopped doing it because it was fucking gross. No one knew what it was. They just thought it was a series of vaginas. Interesting. I didn't know that's why you switched it. Well, it's not the only reason why I switched to technology, but it's like it definitely contributed. I just realized Japan probably have all the bog roll. Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Japanese people don't tend to use bog roll because they are better than us when it comes to hygiene, frankly. If you're from Japan, you're watching this, well done, you win the hygiene competition. I've always believed that hygiene is essentially linear. It's not one of these things where you have kind of, you know, cultural relativism at play. It's just a linear scale, and you can just get more obsessive about hygiene. I mean, obviously, that's not entirely true. It would be a sort of wiggly line, but effectively, yeah, I don't think you can talk about cultural relativism when it comes to hygiene. I think that's science at play. Yeah, go to Japan. You have to. So if you didn't know, when you go to Japan and you go to a yakitori restaurant, you sit on the floor. Oh, thank you, John Matter, for your $2. It's very kind of you. I will spend that on drugs. I'm going to go on the dark web today. In fact, can you even get dark web drugs anymore since they closed down Silk Road? Asking for a friend. Yeah, dude, they're delivering weed here. Where is here? I would move there, but the nation's on lockdown. Can't help but feel squirted up the jacket with water. I'm not going to stop reading these comments. They're talking about bum poo cleanliness. But, yeah, I was telling you a story about Japan. Listen, you go to Japan, you go to a yakitori restaurant, you sit on the floor. I say you, me. It's something that happened to me. Sit on the floor in a yakitori restaurant where they're selling you like chicken on skewers and stuff, and it's delicious. But crucially, you go in there, you have to take your shoes off at the door, because of course you would, because obviously it would be disgusting to wear your shoes into the restaurant. And then you sit down on the floor, and if you want to go to the toilet, they give you, and if you're Japanese or you've been to Japan, this won't be a surprise to you, but when you want to go to the toilet, they give you these special paper toilet slippers. the hygiene in Japan is so next level and so incredible. We have a lot to learn from them. And my hope actually is that we do after this. I think we will. I think that's going to be one thing. You've not got any curtains, mate. Yeah, I know. You haven't got any balls? I win. I think. I'm not sure. I met you years ago at Hove Park School in Brighton. Did you? Well, nice to see you again. That's something in Russian. I don't know what it means. But, до свидания. Меня зовут в Лондоне. Это правда? Нет. Это нет правда. I'm sorry if I walked into a gents toilet. Your last album was amazing. Thank you. People are complimenting me. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. I'm going to do this now. When you speak Russian, it sounds like speech synthesis. When you speak Russian, it sounds like speech synthesis. Show us a studio. You've seen my fucking studio. I'll show it to you anyway. Might as well go in there. We're going to wake up the kids if I fucking talk in my kitchen. This is my studio. You've all seen it, probably. This is where I shoot videos and shit. It's got guitars. I tend not to play them that much these days. Oh, thank you, Aaron Oliver, for your $5. That's very kind of you. I love this people giving me money thing. It's especially nice considering that I have no other real source of income at the moment. I had quite a lucrative voiceover job for a cartoon that I was doing, but I don't think they're going to do any sessions of them anytime soon because the world's on fucking lockdown. My tour has been postponed. Oh, I should make an announcement about that actually. Yeah, so my tour has been postponed until sort of autumn time, which is actually great news because every live event has been postponed or cancelled, but none of mine have been cancelled. They've all been postponed. And that is a credit to my management and my whole team that they've done that. It's fucking fantastic. So yeah, Adam, if you're listening, fucking amazing work. Serena, if you're listening, amazing work. And any of you guys that want to come see me play, you can. Assuming that you've survived the fucking apocalypse. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, this is my rig. You've all seen it. You've seen that shit. It's dope. But yeah, that's my computer. I'm trying to set up a Patreon on it. Stop panicking, man. Who's panicking? I'm not fucking panicking. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. What was I doing voiceovers for? So yeah, I'm actually doing 2 voiceovers at the moment. One of them is called Love Monster. It's on CBBS. And it's beautiful. It's genuinely beautiful. It's about a little monster who's kind of ugly and he lives in a world of cute things. And yeah, it's for like, you know, infants basically. And I don't have many lines in it. I'm the sort of my voice is the star of the show, but I have like 1 line per show. It's mostly grunts. But it's a beautiful cartoon. It's made by the same guys that made Sarah and Duck, if you know that, in the UK. And there's another one I'm doing at the moment called Creature Cases, which will be out in a year's time, although it may be pushed back because fuck knows what's happening now. But that'll be out on Netflix at some point. Yeah. But yeah, look, listen, I'm going to be doing loads more live streams. Not like this. This is some bullshit. I'm going to be doing some proper fucking music ones with all the fucking cameras and the good sound quality and shit. Yeah. New album coming. No. There's no new album coming. But what there is coming is shitloads of music, loads of live streams, a new track every Friday. There's one coming out this Friday. I'm trying to sort of do video accompaniments for all of them because it's nice when things like that live on YouTube. They're all out on Spotify and Apple Music. You can go and check them out now. Yeah, albums are for pussies. Fucking who makes albums anymore? Although that said, the idea with this sheer volume project that I'm doing is that every quarter, every season. Thank you, Paul McGrath, for your kind donation. Please give us some loop station. I sort of can't right now because it's not all plugged in, but I will do, trust me, I will. Thank you, Self-Control is dope. Thank you, yeah, I think that's really dope, that track. So I'm glad other people agree with me that it was worth releasing. What was I saying? Fucking, I have no idea what I was talking about. Someone gave me a compliment and I went all funny. Oh yeah, no, I was saying, I'm going to be cobbling together all the and yes, I will look up home education on the UK for home education. Yeah, I will be putting out an album every quarter. So every season, I'll be cobbling together the songs that I've been releasing, and I'll remaster them and maybe remix some of them and stuff. But they'll all be released as albums. Yeah, Boris Johnson. No, we don't want to enact gratuitous measures for this economy, but we realize that the UK has to have authoritarian rule, and the becomes the new Churchill, the new Lenin, Churchill, Duterte. Dirty man. Fabulous Nigel Farage. Isn't it weird that Nigel Farage is no longer our biggest problem? Genuinely miss Brexit. That felt like something you kind of get a handle on. You'd be like, well, there'll be food shortages for a bit, but it'll resolve itself. This is more like, I guess society might crumble, but hey, for the whole world. Dirty Duterte. These are good. Oh, thank you, Chris. Nice dead room. It's not that dead, actually. These panels are, as you can hear, as maybe you can't see, but they're sort of, they get rid of like the high frequencies. I've got these up here to sort of get rid of corner flange. I've got little bits of sound dampening around the room, like just enough, but I've actually got like 2 grams worth. Oh fuck, thank you for your money. This is so kind of you guys. Thank you. I've got flange. I've got like 2 grams worth of proper sound cladding in the loft upstairs. I just haven't had time to put it on here. I think I may do that at some point. Thank you. People are giving me money. I really enjoy it when people give me money. It's fantastic. Do you know, I won't spend it on drugs, actually. If people give me money, I'll spend it on my mortgage, because that's definitely more important. So that's very kind of you. Nice skylight. Yeah, it is fucking sick, actually. When the missus said, let's put a big fucking pyramid-shaped skylight in, I was like, oh, that sounds a bit Masonic and creepy, and I don't see the point. And now I'm like, fucking yeah, man. Fucking get it done, you man. Fucking do that, man. I don't know what it is, but if you're Scottish, you can get away with repeating the same thing again and again. Particularly if you're from Glasgow, you can get away with just saying the same thing again and again in increasingly threatening tones, and it feels like content. Hey man, fucking get that fucking down the fucking. Do you know what I mean? You can just swear. It's good. That's why I want to be Scottish. I want to come back Scottish. Thank you, whoever that was, for your money. This is fucking great. I didn't realise that all I had to do was talk shit and people would pay me. I suppose Piers Morgan's been doing that for years, hasn't he? Wow. Be more Piers. Be like Piers Morgan. Yeah, DJs, if you want to know what to do to survive in this new, terrifying, fucking live event-free climate, be more Piers Morgan. Talk shit. And people will just give you money. But no, thank you so much. When are you going to do a stream with Limmy? Funnily enough, I actually... I know Limmy. He's a fucking legend and a genius, and now a full-time streamer. And I met him when I was in the Edinburgh Festival a few years ago, and we hung out. And I was like weirdly nervous, because when are you really talking to Limmy? In the same way that some of my friends actually wonder when they're really talking to me. It's like, if you're someone that fucking does loads of characters and shit, people always think you're joking. But yeah, so I got like weirdly starstruck around Limmy because he's such a legend. Seen the video of a guy singing about the hookup inside it. So many good comments and I can't read them all. This is how God feels. But what were we saying? Can you do a beatbox masterclass? Not really, because I'm not a master. You want D-Lo for that shit, or fucking Jesus. There are so many beatboxers, man, that are amazing. Shout out to all the beatboxers who are amazing. There's so many. I'll tell you what I will teach you to do. It's this. Because that's kind of what I will tend to do at the end of a set. It sounds like a fucking record scratch. And it's the closest I can get to like lip bass. But like, that feels appropriate, because if it's the end of the world, maybe the world should end with a record scratch. Maybe that should be the last noise ever emitted by humanity. It'd be fucking amazing, but who'd be there to hear it? What would be the point? Roxer loops. Just watched the Seattle set. Sick. Thank you for watching all those things. Yeah, if you want to waste lots of time, because we will have a lot of time now to waste, especially if you don't have children. then you'll just be sitting the fuck around. Yeah, D-Lo, Codfish, Napalm, yeah, fucking, yeah. They're probably the cream of the crop right now. I think Napalm is probably my favorite beatboxer in the world. Because the shit he can do, you can play it to even people that aren't into beatbox, and they fucking still think it's dope. Like, they'll be like, how's he doing that? Because normally, you know, these days, I assume most people have heard beatboxing. But yeah, Napalm is so sick that, like, collapse is best. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. There's so many new, but I can't do half the shit these kids do. That's why I built this fucking thing. Because, you know, partly to kind of have an edge, I suppose, but also just because that's what I want to do. Like, what you can do with just one mouth is only interesting to a degree to me. It's interesting to me to watch people do it, but it's no longer an obsession of mine to see what I can just do with my mouth. It's more the technology thing, which is that you know. Sorry, you own beatboxing. I don't own it. I used to have the rights, but it was only a 5-year lease. See, I can't. My trouble is, just when I start to do something good, I crack up laughing, because I end up being like, oh, that's really funny. This is a shame, because, you know, if you drill down, you can get some fucking... Yeah. Seeing as you're becoming a teacher, I didn't see what you said. Napalm is a beast at beatboxing. He's definitely, I think he's definitely the best in the world, because he doesn't even really fucking sing. He manages to do the best beatboxing I've ever heard just with his lips and his teeth. That's all he does. It's fucking crazy. Shit, I missed that old school Beardy beatbox. But it is old school, because my shit is like, I'm from a generation that we basically can't do lip rolls. I'd watch a regular YouTube show with you chatting about current affairs and other musicians. Well, yeah, so I'm starting this podcast. I've been kept threatening to do it as part of this this series that I'm making at the moment, this sheer volume project. God damn it, and I will do it. I was going to make a start on it this week, and then the world started to fucking collapse. Yeah, Reaps is also crazy. I did a thing with Reaps, actually. In fact, we've got footage of that. We played at Boomtown Festival. Fuck me, I'm booked to play Boomtown Festival this year. Fuck knows whether that will happen, but yeah, I'm supposed to be doing a fucking big set there, but we'll fucking see, won't we? So I'm swearing a lot, aren't I? But I fucking don't care, because it's the end of the world, so who gives a fuck? But yeah, I did a thing with Reaps, and it was sick. Will Beardytron ever be released? The only way that I could release the Beardytron code... that sounds so funny. The only way that I can release the Beardytron code is by hacking the mainframe. The only way that I can release the Beardytron as a product is if I have about 50 grand's worth of investment from somewhere, at the very least. Maybe 100 grand. It'll probably take about that much. So to raise that money, I could do it, but I'd have to prove that there was a market. And to prove that there's a market, I'd have to undertake some market research, which I have done. And I kind of concluded that whatever I released, the bottleneck in the control of a looper is that... Sorry, this is getting really nerdy now. Do you guys give a fuck about this? Oh, fuck it, I'll complete the sentence. Yeah, Kickstarter. So the bottleneck in control of a looper is how many fingers you have, it's how much brain bandwidth you have, and it's how much musical bandwidth you have. So what I have here is about as optimized as you can get a live system for live performance. And it's always being optimized further incrementally. But to release it as a product, I don't think the world is ready, because it would have to be hardware. Or it would have to be an iPad app. Let me know. Listen, if people start contacting me to tell me that they really want my system made as a product, say as an iPad app or as a physical product, tell me, bug me about it. Tell me what you'd be willing to pay for it, and I'll let you know. In the meantime, you know, I'm sort of working with companies that I won't name to help them define what is... I mean, some of you I've already spoken to about it. If there are any beatboxers watching, you may have been in contact with me, because there are companies who are very interested in continuing to be the leading brand in looping. But the less I say about that, the better, I think. But suffice it to say, I'm on it. I'm trying to increase the badness of looping in the universe. People are saying things. Hobbit says, Roland, well, I couldn't possibly say. Why am I not Russian? Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь. That was supposed to sound like Russian, but it ended up sounding like a really posh English man saying Russian. Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь. Actually, that sounded like kind of a gay 60s man. Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь. In fact, it does sound a bit like something that Stanley Unwin would have said. In fact, I used to... What was the name? Does anyone know? And this is for 3 points. The name of the underground slang language used in homosexual circles in 1960s London. Romeo Cambridge. Was it Havergov? No, it wasn't Havergov. I'm going to pass it over to Sheffield. Was it Gloria Winkleman? It's Polari, mate. Yes. Bing! Rhythm addicted state. You smashed it. You win 1. Look at my balls. Okay. Wait, no. Yes, it's Polari. It's Polari. Fucking smashed it. Gloria Winkleman. Yeah. Please make a short video of what gear to buy and how to set it all up properly for those who would like to. Fucking, I don't know. It depends what you need. So actually, this is one of the things I'm about to offer on my Kickstarter when it launches. One of the higher tiers is going to be a sort of tech-focused tier. So if you want to pay for that privilege, you can get access to lots of nerdy as fuck breakdowns of what my gear is, how it works, how I put it together, the philosophy behind it, the ergonomics behind it, the UI design, the systems design under the hood. I'll be able to offer advice for you specifically on how you can build your own systems, but this is all going to be worked into this Kickstarter. As I say, you can find it if you look for it. Sorry, I meant to say Patreon, not Kickstarter. Thank you. Fucking yes, I did. What the fuck am I talking about, Kickstarter? Just talking shit. I mean, I'm not drunk. You're drunk. Your mum's drunk. What? Yeah, basically, yeah. On the Patreon, I should say. I will be, yes, on the tiers on this Patreon that I'm about to launch. There will be, there's a specific tier for people who are interested in the tech side of what I do. I'm still learning coding Lima. Yeah, it's a shame about Lima. Lima is what I use here when I'm doing live streams and stuff, when I'm doing fucking anything. It's the only product that exists that allows you to basically sort of graphically and using scripting design your own user interfaces. There's nothing else that allows you to do that. There are some, but they're nowhere near as deep. The scripting isn't as deep. You can't do conditionals. You can't create your own variables. Yeah, so if someone said Objective-C, yeah, I mean, fucking, if you want to code in Objective-C, this is getting really nerdy now, so fucking, here we go. If you want to code in Objective-C, obviously you can. There are other interface builders that you could use, but then the problem is piping MIDI in and out, and then you need to write your own code for that. Lima does all that for you. It's not perfect, but it's the only thing that does it. But it's effectively abandonware. Yes, you could use MaxMSP. They do have a product. I can see I'm dropping users as I'm talking this nerdy, but fucking whatever. Started it. Yeah, if you use MaxMSP, there is you can make your own interfaces. Did I learn to code for? Well, I can't really code. I can do a bit of scripting, and I suppose scripting is coding, but it's kind of a play school version, you know. I'm not very good with data structures and stuff like that. I would be if I really needed to, but thankfully I don't need to think too much about it. Bring on the geek stuff. Coder for hire. Who is you are? Retro Mandan. Safe. Lua. Lua, yes. Scripting is coding without compiling. Well, kind of. I use C++ like a true intellectual. Yes, well done, and well you should. Well, my Beardytron of old that I got rid of because it was too hard to maintain, that was coded from the ground up in C++. But the trouble was that I couldn't code it, so I had to get other people to do it for me. Scripting tends to be much more abstract. It's a higher level, which doesn't mean it's smarter, it just means it's, for those who don't know, higher level encoding actually means dumber. It means you're giving, you're talking a language closer to English. and the lower you go in these coding strata, the more like machine code it gets. Mainly the difference between scripts and programs is I can't read what anyone's saying. My brain melted, you make it, I'll buy it. Fucking all right. Yeah, look, I'll look into it. I've looked into it several times, you know, making the Beardyman into a product, but it just it's never seemed like a good use of my time. Because, like I say, the problem is controlling it. Okay, so if you want to build a looper, so I use this thing called Augustus Loop. So big shout out to expert sleepers who these days mainly make amazing hardware for Eurorack and other such modular things. And a while back, they were very focused on making VSTs, and they made some VSTs that are unrivaled in terms of their ability to do live sampling. Where beat Drumbox? Well, Mr. Russian person, or at least using Russian text in your handle. You mean this? Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted by my manager who just texted me saying like, leave more to let them come back for more. You're saying too much. I'm not sure. Did you mean I'm saying too much tech nerd stuff, or are you saying I'm just talking too much shit? What are you saying? Adam Dewhurst, my manager. Yeah. Augustus Loop, talk more. You've said too much. They're coming for me. Yeah, I don't care. Because believe me, like, even if I talked about the tech side of what I do, even if I talk about the tech side of what I do and what I've made and what I use and how I use it for an hour, I would not even be a fucking 100th of the way through. And I'm not exaggerating there. There's at least 5 solid days worth of stuff that I can tell you about the way that this thing works. I mean, like, just to give you some idea, because I've never gone into this ever, but essentially that's a looper, 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 that's a looper. On this one, this is my input stuff. These are not functional yet, but I'm going to be making them work soon. That's the pitch shift stuff. These are all presets. It kind of you can see what it all does. But believe me, if I started to talk about it, I would yeah. There's so much to it, you know, like, I mean, how to explain? When you're making a system this complicated, you have to fucking start simple and build out. And one tiny change. Please, drum and bass. Okay, let me just finish this sentence. Let me finish. Yeah, like, one tiny change to functionality can just change everything about how you're able to work. Drum and bass. What, drum and bass? Fuck off, mate. You want me to be like... No. Is it a one-way proposition? Can you go back to simpler setup now? Can I go back to a simpler setup? Why would I? I didn't hear the and part. Oh yeah, sorry. Drum, 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 and. Oh, thank you. £2. More tech info. Sack Adam ASAP. Don't fuck around. Don't you tell me what to do. Listen, yeah. I will do more streams where I explain how my tech works, but I'm not going to give that away for free for two reasons. Firstly, I'm not going to fill the internet with it because most people wouldn't give a flying fuck, and I'm not going to waste their time with it. So if you really, really care, I will send a link out to my Patreon when it launches, probably tomorrow. And there is a tier specifically designed for people who really want to know how this works, so you can emulate it yourself, or maybe you're just fascinated by it. Whoa, someone just gave me 400 or something. I don't know what HUFs are, but that's very encouraging. £1, thank you, Retro Man Dan. Honestly, it all goes towards fucking brilliant. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Nice. I live in Russia. You are the best. Thank you, Vadim Makiev. Hungarian forints. Fucking thank you. I don't know what they're worth, but that's fucking fantastic. Thank you so much. I was gonna be about a quid. Fucking great. I was gonna come to Budapest and do a show. It was selling really fucking well. It was gonna sell out the rate it was going, and then Hungary shut its borders because like a virus is going to kill everyone. I mean, fuck. Darren, you're awfully great looking this evening. Oh, stop it. If you're going to say that shit to me, say it in Polari. Would you, darling? Would you, dear? Would it, that would it be? Yes. Oh, so, let me see. I'm watching a not Beardyman talking about Nerdyman. Budapest is sick, except there's so many people saying things. Someone's done the fucking maths, and it's about $1.27. Fantastic. Oh, can you talk a little bit more about your decision a few months ago to delete all your pre-made loops and how that has affected things lately? See, now I'm left in a moral quandary because someone has just literally donated me money so that I will talk about the thing they want me to talk about, although that was what I was going to guard. Okay, fine. Well, I suppose that's not really... Oh, here's more money. Here's money while it still has value. Yeah, I'm going to be only taking payments in Bitcoin starting in August, from when the peak of this virus means that there's no products anymore. Yeah, I will talk a tiny bit about that, and watch as the number of subscribers drops. Let's see. I might have to do it in rhyme and see if that helps. There was once a boy named Beardy who built a rig from scratch. Nearly. You see, he built it from the ground up in C++, and then he got on board a different bus, one that was cheaper, one that was meeker than a beaker. I'm too drunk to freestyle, 'cause I'm a finder, not a seeker. I just find words, 'cause I find that there are blind birds sitting in the trees, waiting for the sunset, like bats in the mist. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, wait. So I had... Oh, thank you for your kind donation, sir. Man with beard, can't see your name, but that's fucking great. Making it sleeker. Yes, check me out, I'm a streaker. Ooh, do you want to see some pizza? No, check it out. So, yeah, it was a few months ago. It was sometime in the heady days of fucking summer of 2019. I decided... Oh, thanks, Darren Wolf. I love you. I decided that I was going to... Oh, fuck it. Am I really going to tell this story? It's such a long sentence. Essentially, all you need to know is 2 years ago, I decided that my C++ rig, which I'd had coded for me, was not suited to task because it couldn't iterate. That is to say, I couldn't change it incrementally as and when I needed. And therefore I decided that it was worth losing some functionality in order to gain the ability to iterate. And if that's too nerdy, don't worry, I'm going to stop talking about that now, and I'll carry on that conversation on my Patreon, specifically on the tier designed for those who really give a fuck about the nerdy shit, because like I say, I don't want to populate the internet with loads and loads and loads of nerdy shit. I'm a massive nerd and I live for this shit, but there's no reason why I should do lots and lots and lots of nerdiness when I know the internet doesn't really care. Oh, $9.99. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Everyone's giving me money. I fucking love that. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to go now because I'm going to go to bed because I need to keep my health up, because I want to keep my immune system strong, because there's a virus on the loose that's going to kill me if I don't. So, yeah. Isn't this weird? Fucking, it's nice talking to all you guys, because I've gone about 45 minutes without actually thinking about the apocalypse. When do we all start dressing like Mad Max? Yeah, forget dressing. How about fucking stealing petrol and spraying our teeth silver while screaming, fucking, witness me! Ah! Yeah. It's all good, man. Don't sweat it. Safe. The internet is for different things. Ooh, I don't know what that means, but I like it. The internet is for different things. Witness me. When did we stop dressing like Mad Max? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. Why do babies taste funny? Are these song titles? Because I don't like them if that's what they are. Fitness me at the gym. Fitness me. Is that what you say every time you're at the gym? The internet is for porn. It is. Avenue Q, I believe. That's a reference to. I feel like a fucking bingo caller when I'm reading comments at this kind of rate. Beardyman keeping awesome, of course, I'm not following since, of course, being fucking. Oh, what is. Oh, 444 somethings. I don't know what that was. Some kind of currency. Yen? I have no idea what that is. Do an impression of your mum beatboxing. Do an impression of your mum beatboxing. Okay. Wait, I can't even. What am I supposed to fucking. Do you know that's weird actually? I can't do an impression of my mum. I don't think anyone can. I can do an impression of loads of people's mums, but I can't do my own. It's weird. I guess she'd be like, are you okay? Are you okay? I can emulate her levels of concern, but I can't accurately do her voice. It's just it's too deep in my soul. Oh my god, yes, please do something with dub effects. I did one thing with dub effects. We collaborated once. It wasn't really a collaboration. It was more of us being drunk in a hotel room and getting really drunk, and we recorded this thing where we were both just like, fuck beatboxing, fuck beatboxing. And then the next day I was like, man, you got to take that down. So he did. That's the only thing I've ever done with him. Don't panic too much. Yeah, good idea. Listen, did anyone see the stream that I posted the other day with the science journalist Tom Chivers? Because if you did, it's worth looking at if you are either panicking or if you're not taking this seriously yet. I'm imagining that everyone's taking this seriously now. I think a week ago, there were still people that were like, it's just the flu. And now everyone's like, oh, fine. I guess it's a fucking global pandemic. So yeah, I think that the audio was crap. It was, I know, and you couldn't see his face because the bandwidth was not good. But like essentially, yeah, Tom Chivers is very good at chewing over data, and I'm not gonna do too many fucking. Someone keeps spamming saying do the coronavirus beatbox. No, motherfucker, coronavirus isn't funny. Coronavirus is very bad. It's gonna kill fucking. Oh, sorry. Unmitigated, it would spread and kill 2.2 million Americans, certainly hundreds of thousands of Brits. Yeah, that's not funny, man. I'll tell you what I will do though, is I will say fuck coronavirus, man. I'm gonna keep fucking live streaming, not this bollocks. I'll do bits of this, but like I mean proper shit with the shit, some fucking music. I'm gonna keep doing that shit, and I'm going to keep kind of e-begging. And every other artist in the world is going to do the same thing. So right now, yeah, when you see my Patreon launched, I think probably tomorrow if I've not decided to change it a million times again and then launch it the next day. No, do you know what, it won't be tomorrow. I want to do a proper launch video for it. But anyway, when you see that being launched, do us a favor, give it a look. Because if you're into what I do and you want to support me, that'd be fucking fantastic. Oh, thank you, Phil Bacon. Yeah, I will do some drum and bass. But I'll do it using my rig, and I'll do it tomorrow on a proper live stream. So yeah. But yeah, when you see my Patreon being launched, please do give it a look and consider helping me stay alive. I mean, literally earning money, because the live shows have evaporated for every artist in the fucking world. Fucking nuts. So yeah, my other point is, please consider supporting any artist that you like. As in, if there's any artist that you enjoy the work of, fucking see if there are ways of supporting them, because they're all hurting right now. And I know that it's not just music artists, it's anyone in events, anyone with a premises, and governments around the world are giving loans and grants and things like that. But why not? You know, if there's there'll be some artists out there who aren't as fortunate as I am to have such a great team, where all their stuff's been rescheduled. Some of them, it will just be cancelled, and then maybe the momentum would have dropped out of their career in 6 months. Fuck knows. So EastEnders cancelled recording. I know. That's when you know it's the apocalypse. Now, do you know when you know it's the fucking apocalypse? Oh, thank you for the monies. Yeah. You know it's the apocalypse when they take Radio 4 off the air. So listen for that, Brits. If you live in the UK, if they start playing reruns on Radio 4, you know the apocalypse is coming, because the next thing to come is just fucking, yeah. But that won't happen unless there's like a flesh-eating virus or an alien invasion or a supervolcano or a cometary impact or a nuclear Armageddon. This shit is just going to mean more people dying than did in the Second World War. Fuck. Yeah. Get to the Winchester. Yeah, no shit. Someone get me a fucking cornetto, bitches. And if you don't know that fucking reference, then fuck you, man. So, yeah. No, actually, no. Go and check out Shaun of the Dead, because they saw this coming. They knew it was coming. That beep was gold. It was a golden beep. Hot Fuzz is better. Fucking, I'm gonna come and find you. I have a very particular set of skills. I'll find you and I'll kill you. Yeah, no. Hot Fuzz is not better. It's good. It's fucking great. But it's not Shaun of the Dead. There's only one Shaun of the Dead. Don't be a cunt. Call some fucking English. I can't believe people know that. That's like this thing I did with Clumsy Tongue. If you don't know Clumsy Tongue, get to know. Clumsy Tongue's really good. You should check him out. It goes Sean Fuzz, End of the World. Exactly. It does. I never saw Paul. That movie Paul they did about the alien. Was it any good? It was with Seth Rogen. No? Was it with Seth Rogen? Did I imagine that? Who fucking knows? When am I going on Joe Rogan? I'm not going on Joe Rogan, man. I haven't changed the world nearly enough to go on Joe Rogan. We'll see. If I manage to change the world in a really significant way, or I become some kind of right-wing pundit, then maybe he'll get me on. I'll write a bunch of books on some really spurious maths and see if he'll get me on the get me into the intellectual dark web. We'll fucking see. Who knows? You heard the Pendulum DJ set from the other day. Fire. No, I did not, but I will certainly check it out. Everyone loves a bit of girl on girl action. You're right. Everyone does love a bit of girl on girl action. That's a fact. How was Grand Beatbox for you, man? The GBB, it was fucking unreal, because I'd been sleeping on that shit. I used to talk on Octane and blah, blah, blah. People are giving me money. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, Grand Beatbox Battle. Oh, thank you. Everyone's giving me money. I'm so happy about that. Yes, that's lovely. What do I think of Inky? All right, so yeah, Inky's incredible. Saro is a fucking lovely guy and a very talented musician. And this gets overlooked, actually. So Saro, if you don't know, he changed the game in the RC505 sort of looping game in the Grand Beatbox Battle, which is run by Swiss Beatbox. And in 2017, he did the most amazing looping that anyone has ever done with an RC505. An RC505 is a box that I used to use. It's over here. Where is it? Somewhere here. There. That's the RC505. If you've been to see me live, you've seen me using it. And anyway, Saro changed the game in terms of how you can use that thing, and he just fucking switched it up. And then since then, he having leveled up the game that much, the loop station battle part of the GBB was just fucking next level. So Saro is a god amongst men when it comes to looping with the RC505, and he's a thoroughly nice bloke. But he was a musician beforehand, and I think that's important. So if you want to get into looping and stuff, remember that looping isn't a thing on its own. You've got to fucking learn music theory, and you got to try and learn to sing, and you got to still sing in tune and all this kind of shit. Anyway, this probably is stuff that I should save for Patreon stuff if you want like lessons and shit. Dual stream with JFB. Yeah, I've done lots of shit with JFB. He's dope. Have I actually learned music? I love that. It's kind of an insult. What? You formally learn? You have formal training, but you sound like shit, man. Yeah, I had formal training. I never completed it though. I'd quite like to. I got to like grade 5 and 6 on piano and viola, I think, and then I learned guitar and I sort of, you know, drums and bass and stuff like that. But yeah, I never learned a horn instrument. I quite like to. There's just no time now because I've got children and they are time vampires. Would I do a masterclass if I was paid enough? Yeah, sure. Well, that's the thing. So if you go on my Patreon, which is going to launch in the next few days, there is a tier specifically for people who are technically minded and want sort of tuition masterclass kind of things. That's going to be available. The lowest tier is just for people who just want to get access to lots of stuff that is in my archives and lots of stuff that I end up making but I don't normally put out, and lots of stuff which I will be doing over the next year. And you also just get to know that you're kind of helping me survive, which is nice. But yeah, that'll be launching in the next few days. Coming again to Russia, can I play harmonica? No, I can't actually. I've bought loads and then given them a try and gone, I don't like the fact that you can only play 2 notes and just put it away. And you play the triangle. Yes, I'm fucking sick at the triangle. What would you have become if not a musician? Doctor? No, I'm too squeamish. I quite like science, but I don't like blood or pus or the stench of rotting bodies. Are your loopers following a clock or free? Thank you for your money and your question. My loopers all clock off of Ableton. There's your answer. He's not going anywhere. There's a bloody plague on. That's right. It's funny. I sort of quite want to end this stream, but there are still people talking, and I quite want to talk to you all. It's nice to have the company, considering that, like, we're locked in our fucking houses. What the fuck? The world is locked in their houses, motherfucker. The world is locked in their houses. If you had gone back in time to 3 weeks prior to now and said, the whole world is locked in their houses, you'd have punched yourself straight in the face and said, get the fuck out of my house, you strange doppelganger freak. It's fine. You need sleep. I do need sleep because, like I say, I need to keep myself fighting fit. Otherwise, when Corona comes calling, it will find me stricken with exhaustion and low resistivity to pathogens. Thank you for your money just then. Much as I would love to stay on the stream chatting to you all and taking all your money, which certainly is beneficial to me, it is heartening to speak to you all. I am going to go to bed now, and tomorrow I'll do a fucking live stream with some actual fucking music in it. Thank you and good night. Please take care and wash your fucking hands and don't lick people. Good night.